my Sealclops book reviews. Today I'm going to be reviewing Her Forbidden Alpha, written by Moonlight Muse. This is a slightly different book. I found this one through Facebook, through those pay-to-read apps. So I'll go into a bit more detail on that in a second. But yeah, it's a slightly different one. This is the first in a series. The series is called Alpha. And you can actually buy this book on Amazon. Enjoy! Her Forbidden Alpha, written by Moonlight Muse. This is the first in the Alpha series, and I read this as an ebook on my phone. Genre and tropes, so romance, werewolf, step-siblings, fantasy, and paranormal. Now I'm changing this up a little bit, so a bit about the book. I stumbled across this book on Facebook as one of those pay-to-read app books. After doing some searching, I found that this book was actually published on Amazon as a completed book. You can tell that this book is not a professionally published book, however, I found myself absorbed in the story enough to overlook the grammatical errors. It helps that I used to read books off of Wattpad as a teen. I can overlook a lot when I'm aware of what to expect in a book. And how does it match up to my expectations? It wasn't as badly edited as many others you find on those reading apps. It was one of the better books I have stumbled across. The genre and underlying plot were very familiar when it comes to the werewolf genre. However, I enjoyed the certain spin that this author made to this story. The summary. Now there's a little excerpt from the book that I'm going to skip over. You can read that on your own, that is not a problem. Okay, so Scarlett Malone was a feisty, headstrong young she-wolf, blessed by the moon goddess as the first alpha female. Moving to a new town with her mother to start afresh, they were welcomed into a new pack and a new family. Things became complicated when she begins to feel attracted to her smart and cocky stepbrother, the future alpha of the Blood Moon pack. Will she be able to overcome the illicit thoughts that consume her mind and awaken a pleasure deep within her? Or would she push even her own boundaries and explore the forbidden feelings that burned within her? Elijah Westwood, the most popular boy around and one every girl wished to have a taste of, a player who didn't believe in love nor mates. He was 21 and was in no rush to find his fated one, enjoying life as he was, with no shortages of women to bed. What happens when he returns home only to find that he's begun to see his stepsister in a new light? Knowing that when the mating ceremony came, she would find her mate. Will he fight against everything for her, or would he let her go? The analysis. Plot and theme. Scarlett, Red, Malone, has had it rough. After escaping from her old pack with her mother and younger sister, life is finally looking brighter. Taken in by the alpha of the Blood Moon pack and treated as his own daughter, the only thing left to worry about is the upcoming blood moon, the only time a wolf can find their true mate. When her arrogant stepbrother Elijah, the future alpha, arrives back home after 5 years of training, forbidden feelings buried deep once again begin to surface. When some wolves from Scarlett's old pack manage to track her down, opening old wounds and awakening the nightmares once more, it becomes apparent that the time has come to go back and face what she left behind. But can she handle her old pack and the horrors within, or will the darkness pull her under once and for all? So a little bit about the pacing, emotion, ending, and plot holes. I wasn't sure how to react to this book. I was drawn in by a free chapter advertisement on Facebook, which I know just leads to the apps you have to pay per chapter. But this book was actually available on Amazon, which is why I gave it a go. It is longer than average, sitting at roughly 500 pages. However, I still managed to read the entire thing in 2 to 3 days. Apart from the point of view randomly changing between paragraphs with no explanation, sometimes confusing me, the story was easy to follow and fall into. The story set the scene for the next book in the series, which I am trying desperately to find anywhere but the app it was originally published on. No luck so far. Main characters. So we have Scarlett, 5'2", blonde with red in her hair and green eyes, feisty, strong and tough, heals abnormally fast, can prevent other wolves from healing, first female alpha, and she is nicknamed Red by Elijah. And then we have Elijah. He is 6'2" roughly, with light brown hair and cerulean blue eyes. playboy who doesn't believe in love, never saw Scarlet as his sister, does not give up easy, and soon to be alpha of the Blood Moon Pack. My recommendation. So if you were able to overlook a few minor editing issues and some strange tense changes, then I would recommend giving this book a try. I would advise diving in knowing what kind of book you're about to read from the start. That way, nothing grammatical will come as a surprise. There you go, I have to do some editing myself. This was an easy to fall into werewolf romance novel, which can be read as both a standalone or as an introduction to a new series. And I gave this book 4 out of 5 stars, a surprisingly binge-worthy werewolf romance consisting of love, lies, and dark pasts to overcome. And that wraps up my review on Her Forbidden Alpha, written by Moonlight Muse. Like I said, this is a different sort of book. It is not a highly known author, I should say, and not published professionally, like through shops or bookshops or anything like that, as far as I'm aware. It is published through Amazon, and you can find it on some of those reading apps as well. It is definitely very interesting, and it absorbed me. I had to finish it once I started, so definitely worth giving a go. There you go. I hope you enjoyed my review. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.